Did you hear about the Hollow paramedic? He was an EMT. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Happy Tuesday. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Welcome to Dark Souls 2 at long last. At long last, we get to play a little bit of Dark Souls 2. It might be a slightly shorter stream tonight. I need to wrap a little bit closer to 3 than 4. But we'll see about that too, because if I'm really locked in, I may just kind of ignore the clock. but welcome back, my friends. Welcome back to Dark Souls 2. Dead Zergling is first in chat tonight, followed closely by Pokemon's Welcome In. Agent Frownie pops up in my notifications. Today is a good day, Pokemon says. Very kind of you, my friend. Also says, I'm playing the weirdest game ever made. Well, the second weirdest game, Death Stranding. I know only a tiny amount about that game, and I think it's probably not a game for me, from what I've heard. Are you feeling okay? Frownie Zergling says, it's a game I want to see you play. Occasionally I play something a bit alright. Derblganger, welcome in. Great to have you here as well. Welcome in. Sir Rack of Lamb, good to see you, my friend. Welcome in. I know worse jokes. Another streamer reads them from a book on Redeem. My jokes don't come from books. They come only from my brain, for better or worse. My rule is I don't have to be convinced my jokes are original. In fact, often I'll come up with one. I'll come up with one to tell, and I'm like, well, this joke is so obvious, it has to have been made a million times before. But as long as I don't have a specific memory, as long as I'm not sure that I've heard it, then it's fair game. And I'm just on the honor system with that. If I remember someone telling me a joke, it's off limits. But if I don't remember specifically someone telling me one, or one very similar, because usually I could just take an already existing joke and just twist it a little to make it video gamey. That's how I decide what jokes to tell. What do you call a soul that's dark? A dark soul, Pokemon says. Clap, clap, clap. That joke totally works. I just didn't find it funny, like at all. And that was pretty good. I got some mixed results. I'll take it. Yeah, if the joke is bad enough, you swap to the dishonor system. I mean, if we're being honest, that's usually where I belong. Going hollow is the symbolic reasoning behind why players who stop playing, who give up on the game, they've gone hollow. To be honest with you, after playing the first Dark Souls, I gave up many times. I was even a little depressed about it, Pokemon says, but it kept eating away at me until I finished it 11 years later. That stew was on a very slow cook. Well, I'm glad you went back for it. I've been there with a few games. Mostly games from when I was really young. Mostly like games I played as a kid. I've now finally gone back in my adulthood to conquer. But a few times that happens on the stream, right? Every now and then, there'll be a game that for whatever reason we don't finish. This audio might be a little too loud, so if you got some headphones, maybe pull them away from your ears for a moment until we hear the game make some noises. That wasn't so bad. Okay, I'll bring it up a little bit more. In fact, we are 90 hours in. I am at level 130. Let's go. This is a blind playthrough, so if you know anything about the game, please be extremely careful not to mention in chat anything that you are not 100% sure that I have already seen and completely understand. I always feel a little bad sort of shutting down conversation because I definitely like to interact and read the chat, but we also want to be very careful to preserve the raw, unfiltered nature of our playthrough. So we maximize every opportunity for me to do something in an extremely bad way. But we're pretty far along, I think. It seems like we are in like lead up to the end game mode. Just basing this on just my feelings, my sort of gut feeling from having played video games in the past. Now that these, I'm opening these special doors, it really feels like I'm moving toward the end game. There we go. And I've discovered a boss behind this door. There's a boss. It's actually a pair of bosses, and they're pretty tough. I expect we're going to spend most of the night with me banging my head against this boss fight. So, fingers crossed, wish me luck. We'll see how it goes. I haven't decided if I want to go axe or crossbow for this fight. And I may at some point back out and farm a few souls and buy a few items. That's not my typical style, but I'm tempted to pick up an item or two. Game went from inaudible to fairly audible. All right, let me see. When I start making noise, I'll look at the levels. I usually keep the game a little quiet because I don't like trying to talk over it too much. Oh no. But we definitely want to be able to hear it a little bit and bring it up a little bit. Faintly, not fairly, faintly. All right. Well, we'll see how this does. No, and I prefer that. I like the feedback. There's some things I can't do much about. Like I know the stream volume in general is really low, and that's I don't know how to solve that. It's some tech issue on my end that my stream is so much quieter than everyone else's on the planet. But the game being a little lower than my voice, or a lot lower than my voice, I can tweak that. I have some freedom to tweak that. The choppiness, I'm not sure. My camera is choppy. Reminds me of the robot screen guy from the diner and Back to the Future 2. I don't know. I can't see that on my end, Pokemons. I'm not sure. That may be some issue between the two of us. I don't know if I can fix that. Hey, Stream Kyle, welcome in. Does OBS show dropping frames? I have no idea, Stream Kyle. I don't know where to look for that. Down here at the bottom, dropped frames, 0, parentheses, 0.0%. I don't think it gets much lower than 0. I don't know. Something must be going wrong somewhere between my computer and Twitch. I don't think I have the magic ability to reach out and fix that. I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope it fixes itself. Other than turning the stream off and turning it back on, I don't have a whole lot of idea of what I could do. And I guess I could try that, but that's a little bit less than ideal. I don't think the problem's on your end if other people are complaining about it, Pokemons. But you can give it a try. I picked a bad time to drink. I lived. And then I walked off a cliff. I forgot there are cliffs in this arena. That's a shame. That was one of my better attempts. I mean, I don't know what looking at it is going to do to change anything, Derpelganger. I don't have a solution. I don't know anything about tech, so it's not a problem I'm seeing on my end. So, I mean, other than calling Twitch tech support, there's really nothing I can do. I'll stop the stream and start again. But if that doesn't fix it, that's the only tool I've got in my toolbox. So, We'll stop and restart and see if anything changes. I'll see you again in a few seconds.